Hello friends, welcome to the Eager Explorer channel and good morning from Borong Nature Camp. We reached here yesterday around 2:30 p.m. So right now we just had breakfast and then we will now start our trek to the hot springs and I'll see you on the way. The video of the third day of our bike trip to Sikkim is here. In this episode, we are going to explore Borong and also give you a walkthrough of Borong Nature Camp. I had actually filmed this walkthrough the day we arrived in Borong, but I intentionally excluded it from that episode as the video would have become too long. So currently, relax and enjoy Borong Nature Camp. This is Borong Nature Camp. We reached here around 2:30 in the afternoon. So that's the road. From here you get down a few flights of stairs and this is the kitchen cum dining, and then you have open seating arrangement. There is also a grill for barbecue and then there are cottages. So once you cross the dining, there are total 6 cottages in this property. So on the first level there are 3 cottages which are slightly smaller. The property owners are terming them standard cottages. So that's one standard cottage, this is another one, and there is one further down over there. So that is another standard cottage over there. So if we go inside one of these standard cottages, so this is a balcony, and as you can see there is mountain view from the balcony, and there is a basin on the balcony, and this is the interior of the cottage. So there is one bedside table and there is one king size bed, and that's the washroom. So this is the interior of a standard cottage. And then these 3 are semi-deluxe cottages. So these are slightly larger. We'll show you one of them as well. These are newly built. So as you can see, the stairs have not been built yet properly, but it should be built in the next 7 days or so. And this is the interior of a deluxe cottage. So as you can see, the room is significantly bigger. The bed size is pretty much the same. The furniture is also similar. There is a wicker chair and also there is a wardrobe. And the bathroom is also quite big. It's much larger than the standard cottage ones. There is also a geyser. About this place is all the rooms here have mountain views, wide windows with mountain views. So if you look out any window, you can see mountains, as you can see over here. After a delicious breakfast of hot Maggie, we started our trek to the Borong hot springs. So right now we are trekking to the hot springs. This is the trail. Everyone else is also coming up behind me. It's through a forest, as you can see. It's very nice. If you can brave the walk, this is an activity you can definitely do in Borong. So this hanging bridge, you encounter it just before reaching the hot spring. So the river flowing below is the Nangit river, which acts as a border between South and West Sikkim. So that side of the bridge is actually West Sikkim. This is the Borong hot spring. So you can see the water coming out of a tap over there. That's the hot spring water. That's the hot water. That gets mixed up with the cold water from the river. You can see here it is. This is where it is getting mixed up, and then it is put into these holding ponds where the temperature is a little bit more bearable and you can actually take a bath. Enjoying a soak in the medicinal waters of the hot spring is an activity best enjoyed in the winter. Unfortunately, when we arrived, the weather was quite hot and taking a bath was out of the question. So after spending some time on the banks of the Rangit river, we started our trek back to Borong Nature Camp, where a delicious lunch was waiting for us. So right now we are having lunch at Borong Nature Camp. So we have dal, has different type of dal actually. So it is made from Bengal gram and white peas. And then we also have rice saak curry, which is basically the mustard leaf curry. And then we have salad, we have papadam, and we have egg curry in this bowl, which is currently covered. After resting for a little while, following that sumptuous lunch, we set out to explore Titanic Viewpoint, one of the chief attractions of Borong. Fortunately, one of our friends was actually staying at the nature camp with his family. So we took this opportunity to ditch our bikes and hitch a ride on his vehicle. So right now we have come to the Titanic Viewpoint, but they have erected some kind of bamboo fencing. It wasn't there before, but this is the viewpoint. So now you can easily understand why it is called Titanic Viewpoint, because it looks like a ship. So this is the view from the Titanic Viewpoint of the river below. Today it's not very clear, but otherwise it would look much more beautiful. It still looks quite great. If you directly want to come to this viewpoint, there is an entry ticket which is rupees 20 per person. But there is a path along this mountain. If you walk along that path, then you don't have to pay for that entry ticket. But that path has no railing, so it's a little bit dangerous. We spent most of our evening at the viewpoint, taking pictures to our heart's content, and then started on our way back to the nature camp. The road to the viewpoint was quite rough and in a state of disrepair, so we were very thankful to be traveling by a vehicle instead of our bikes. We reached Borong Nature Camp just after sundown and were treated to delicious chicken roasted over an open fire. We could not have hoped for a better way to wrap up an exciting day of exploring this beautiful mountain hamlet. That's all I have for this episode, friends. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon to receive notifications of future uploads. I will see you next time as we journey from Borong to our next destination. Until then, goodbye.